So today I'm going to do something a little bit different compared to what I've been uploading so far. It's a super miserable day and I thought what better day than to get the brushes and sponges cleaned in my makeup collection. And it got me thinking that I discovered a technique on how to wash my sponges a little while ago, and it really works really well to get stains out, which I know may not bother some people, but it does bother me a little bit. I do like my sponges to look really nice and clean, so I thought I would share it with you. So keep watching and you'll see what it is that I do. So the first sponge that I want to show you is the one that doesn't actually see much action these days, and that's my Real Technique sponge. I just much prefer using the Beauty Blender these days. So this one isn't really too badly stained at all, but I will do some pictures just so that you can see probably a little bit better. This is my beloved Beauty Blender, which is a little bit stained. You don't truly know that something is stained until it comes to actually washing it, and then those pesky little stains just don't come out, which I know doesn't bother everyone, but I just really like my sponges to be nice and clean and looking perfect for as long as possible. So I want to talk to you about one of the products that I actually use for cleansing my brushes and sponges. Now this on its own isn't enough to get the sponges clean, but it is a really great start. I never used to really bother with using brush specific cleaning products. I just used to grab whatever was in the bathroom, whether it be like hand soap or shower gel or maybe a cleanser that I wasn't really liking, until I heard about this. I know that there's a lot of different brush cleaners out there, but this is the first one that I've used and I'm actually really impressed with it. It makes the job a lot easier and quicker. And it's from Superdrug. It's a Pro Studio Brush Bath Sanitizing Brush Cleanser. Now this is 100ml. If I just open it up for you, you may be able to see that there's a solid balm inside, and it stays solid as well. Smells really lovely too, smells quite fresh, not too perfumed, but when you've cleaned everything, everything comes out smelling quite nice and fresh, which is lovely. And all you do, if I just grab a brush, this is my powder brush, once it's wet, you just grab your tub and you swirl it around, and then once you've got some of the cleanser on there, then just on the back of your hand, or if you've got one of those wash mitts or whatever it is that you prefer to use, you just swirl it around a bit more, and then you just kind of repeat that until no more product comes off. So depending on how good you are and how often you do this, you shouldn't have to do it too many times. In terms of when I do the sponges, it's essentially the same technique. So you're just going to get your sponge nice and wet, and then just swirl it around, get it nice and soapy, wring it out, rinse it. But there is another step in terms of getting the stains out, because this on its own won't actually get the stains out. So how is it that you actually manage to get the stains out of a sponge? And it's actually really straightforward, and I bet you've probably got something at home that you can use and not have to go out and buy something especially for this. It may sound a little bit crazy, but you need to use oil. Now, I don't think it particularly matters what kind of oil you use. The review that I saw in regards to this tip, I'm sure they used olive oil. I've used coconut oil personally because I just prefer the smell of it. And I just love coconut oil. It's a nice excuse to use it. Anything that's going to melt into the very core of the sponge and just lift all of those stains and the stubborn bits of makeup that despite your best efforts, can get out. And you can do that on its own, or you can alternate it between using the oil and then using a brush cleanser, whatever you like. But it's essentially the oil that's really working to get the makeup out. I suppose it's a similar principle to if you use an oil-based cleanser on your face, and I've got a few favourites like that. It just works really well at removing eye makeup particularly. Now, depending on how stained the sponge is, you may need to do this a few times. Depends on how naughty you've been. So give it a try and let me know how you get on. I'll put some before and after pictures at the end just so that you can see the difference that it really does make, because I'm not sure if it would come out particularly clearly on video. Plus, I don't know how badly these are stained either until I get washing them. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you have some success with trying that. I'll see you again soon. Bye.